The man was taking a shower in his bedroom, when a strange noise came from the living room. His body began trembling uncontrollably, and he grabbed a shoe to use as a weapon. But he couldn't find anyone there. Then another sound came from the thief. Turns out, it was just a cute orange cat. He finally let out a sigh of relief. James poured the last of his milk for it. After Bob had eaten his fill, James opened the window, trying to send him home. But to his surprise, Bob refused to leave. Lonely James decided to let him stay for the night, and even sang a song for him. When he went to bed, Bob jumped up and peacefully fell asleep beside him. The next day, James took Bob with him, knocking on doors one by one, asking around. But no one came forward to claim the cat, so James had no choice but to let him go. He suspected Bob was a stray, but since he could barely feed himself, he couldn't afford to care for a cat. James went to the street to busk, but things didn't go well that day. The security guards quickly drove him away. When he returned home exhausted, he found the same cat sitting by his door. He noticed Bob was injured, so he rushed to pick him up and take him to a charity clinic. Bob received treatment quickly, and James finally felt relieved. But when he was about to leave, the receptionist told him the treatment was free. Only the medicine had to be paid for. He used a week's worth of food money, just to make sure Bob recovered. The next day, James went busking as usual, and Bob followed him the entire way. Passengers loved the little cat, and Bob had finally found his owner. James placed him by the bus window, and a kind bus attendant gave him a string to make a leash for Bob. When they got off the bus, Bob curiously observed his surroundings. Worried he might be scared, James crouched down, letting Bob jump onto his shoulder. And just like that, a unique duo was born. They caught everyone's attention, and people smiled warmly at them. Many stopped to take photos, and they were happy to show support. Bob would even nod in gratitude. That single day's earnings, it was already more than he had in the past week. He bought Bob a new leash, and even let him pick out his favorite snacks. Their performances drew growing crowds, and James's life quietly began to get back on track. One day, they met a mother and her young son. The boy adored Bob, and begged his mom to buy the cat. The woman offered a huge sum, but James firmly refused. Furious, she threw a magazine to the ground, startling Bob, who ran away in fright. An angry dog chased after him, and James completely lost sight of Bob. He searched every corner of the city, but Bob was nowhere to be found. A week passed, yet James never stopped looking. He was on the verge of a breakdown. The doctor warned him to control his emotions, or his depression would relapse. When he returned home utterly exhausted, he suddenly heard a familiar sound.
Bob! Hey, mister. Where have you been, hey?
The cat had always been a light of salvation in his life. Do you think cats can heal your heart?